Welcome back to our series on learning JavaScript. In the last video we covered the basics of the language, and in this video we'll be diving into more advanced topics. First up, let's talk about arrays. An array is a collection of values, and it's very important data structure in JavaScript. Here we can create an array of numbers and assign it to each value. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. We then access the first element in the array using the square brackets and the index of 0, which outputs the value of 1. We can also loop through an array to access all of their elements. Let's take a look at an example using a for loop. In this example, we use a for loop to iterate over the numbers of the array. The loop starts at 0 and continues as long as I is less than the length of the array, which is numbers.length. And it increments by 1 for each iteration. This is the I++. Next up, let's talk about objects. An object is a collection of key value pairs, and it's another important data structure in JavaScript. Here, we create an object, person, with 3 properties: name, age, and city. We then access them properties using the dot notation and log out its value in the console. Let's revisit functions. In the last video we covered the basic of functions, and now let's talk about the function expressions, arrow functions, and higher order functions. In this example, we have a function expression that assigns a function to a variable greet. And below that we have an arrow function, which is a concise way to write a function expression. And finally we have an example of a higher order function, which is a function that takes another function as an argument or returns a function. Now let's talk about error handling. In JavaScript, it's important to handle errors so your code doesn't break and that you can debug effectively. In this example, we use a try-catch statement to handle errors that may occur in the code. The code that might throw an error is placed in the try block, and any errors that occur will be caught in the catch block and is logged to the console. The finally block contains code that will always run regardless of whether there's an error thrown or not. Finally, let's talk about some of the latest features added to JavaScript ES6. We'll cover template literals, destructuring, and the spread operator. In the example at the top, we demonstrate how to use template literals to easily insert variables into string literals. We then show you how to use a destructuring to extract properties from an object and assign them to individual variables. Finally, I show you how to use a spread operator to combine arrays or spread elements of an array into a new array. And that's it for this video. We covered a lot of advanced topics in JavaScript today, and I hope you have a much deeper understanding of the language. In the next video, we'll cover DOM manipulation and event handling, so stay tuned. If you found this video useful, hit the subscribe and like button, and also check out this video on screen now to learn more about JavaScript.